Robert, you want to talk Mateus Cunha? He did his first interview with Manchester United a couple hours ago. I'm going to talk about some interesting quotes that he said. What his thoughts on Manchester United's ambitions, players that he thinks are examples, and much more. So let's get into it now. Firstly, obviously, it was a great interview. It's on MUTV. These are some of the main quotes he said. Mateus Cunha on signing for Manchester United, he said it's the most common phrase that you can say at this moment, but this is a dream come true. Maybe outside, I think my decision, they don't understand it. But when you have always dreamed to play here, it's easier to pick this decision. For me, no one else is like United. Of course, it's been a hard season for everyone. I think my decision shows what the club is for me and what I believe it can be. He talked about how his house didn't have the channel to watch the Premier League. His cousin's house didn't have the channel. He said his cousin's older than him, supports United, shows the way to start to watch the Premier League and need to support United. He watched in his grandmother's house. So, and yeah, listen, he used to call out the pitches he played on Old Trafford. So it is sort of a move that he wanted early in his career. Obviously, he's had a great career so far. He played in south of Brazil, then he went to Zion in Switzerland, then obviously Leipzig, then Hertha Berlin, and then he went to Atletico Madrid, Wolves, and now United. So he's been to a lot of clubs, big clubs as well, and he has got some pedigree. Obviously, he wants to join Manchester United. He said it's very emotional for him to be there. He was then asked about players in the team that are examples. He talked about Bruno Fernandes. He said he's a big example. He said he's a big example. And he's like, everyone in the Premier League should strive to be like Bruno Fernandes. He also talked about Casemiro from the national team. Obviously, he has a good relationship with him. He said Casemiro helped him when he first went to the United, and when he first went to the national team. And he said he can hope he can develop that sort of bond they have. Obviously, he talked about a lot of other players. He said he would like to work with Ruben Amorim, and very looking forward to doing that. Obviously, with Ancelotti in the national team, he's looking forward to that as well. And he said he's striving and he wants to get United to conquer the world again with Ruben Amorim, like he did in Portugal. So, listen, it's a hopeful signing. I think it's a signing that we had to make. He's a very important player. In terms of other things he said in the interview, he said it was always a bit inside of me of this club. When I played on the street, on the beach, on the gravel pitch, we call these pitches Old Trafford, which I already talked about. On players that he liked, he said, you know, in the front, Rooney, wow, someone I think I have a lot of similarities in my game because I always give everything, and he was the number 10. Everyone loved his skills. He always brought more. Obviously, Cunha is a similar player to, well, not a similar player, but he is a number 10. He's got very good attributes. He said he can talk about a lot of players. Ronaldo, everyone knows how he used to talk about him. Ryan Giggs, Van der Sar, Rio, Vidic, Paul Scholes, Michael Carrick. He said the team was a big impact for him in his teenage years. So, listen, he did have a lot of connections during the club. And listen, his only aim was to join Manchester United. I think they are the main quote really that he said. He talked a lot about his journey, what he can add to the team. And listen, he will be a very versatile player. He said he can handle pressure. So yeah, he said he talked about the pressure. He said, yeah, I'm so free from that, honestly. I think I'm grateful to be a part of the biggest national team in the world. The pressure there is huge also, and I learned a lot. I think in the beginning it was a little bit difficult in part to me. To be honest, sometimes I didn't think I managed well, and yeah, like I say, I learned from the mistakes. I don't think they're mistakes. I think it's normal. It's learning and how. And to come here now, I think it's the best moment in my life and kind of see these details. Talked about also Ruben Amorim as well. Listen, we know he's a big pressure player and is a player with a lot of attitude, which is good, and a lot of sort of fight as well. Obviously, the best moment of his life. Listen, it's a lot. Manchester United, a worldwide club, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Fan bases in all different areas, and you see that when you go to the post-season tours that we've done, and obviously the pre-season tours that we will do, the amount of fans that will be there, and it's all about handling the pressure. We've seen a lot of players come to United who definitely, no doubt, have the quality, but just don't have the weight on the shirt, and it does massively affect them. And I think Cunha does have that. He has that oomph in him which you need to be at Manchester United, and I think he knows. Listen, in the games he's played against us, even last season when Wolves beat us 2-0 and 1-0, he was absolutely instrumental. Started the 2023-24 season when we played them, they beat him 1-0. We beat them 1-0, but Cunha run the show. and we know the quality is there. He knows he likes to play at Old Trafford, and I think he will be a great player to have at this football club for many years to come. As I said, he's 26, got a good age, and got experience as well, played in multiple different leagues, and it, for me, was one of the best players in the Premier League last year. I think when we started to get linked to him, everyone was watching a lot more, and you could see the quality that he has. It's all about now fitting him into this United team, getting the players around him. And listen, pre-season is going to be huge for him. Hopefully he can develop, get into the team, find his position, whether that's left 10, right 10. And yeah, let's see what really develops. But listen, I'm very, very happy that we signed Cunha. That's been a reaction. They're the main quotes that he said. I mean, to summarise, it's been a dream come true for him to join Manchester United. He can't wait to work with Ruben Amorim. And the experiences he's had at United have been great, or playing against United have been great. He wants to help United, and yeah, listen, he's going to be an important part, hopefully, of our rebuild, and one of those players with the Premier League experience that will slot in straight into this team. But let's see what happens.